Hello, my wonderful friends. It's me, Violetta, again, and I'm lucky with Linda G. Comanche, famous psychic from California.
Yeah, hi, you guys. How are you doing? Sorry about the squeaking. Lulu got her ball, so she's a little squeaky.
Yeah, I know. Every time when we go shopping, my husband is buying her toy, our dog, and she's squeaking. And
squeak. They love the squeak. They love it.
But she knows in which place we have that toy, so the most spoiled dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you first question, but you
sure,
don't
ask me first.
Don't have to answer because Elaine Good was the questionnaire and she sent the question. Why did A.G. William Barr gas and attack the peaceful protesters in the front of the White House?
Because he's a jerk.
No, so the chicken can cross the road.
So he can what?
So the chicken from White House can cross the road. That's between us.
Yeah, he did it. He did it. He told them, do whatever you have to do to get rid of them.
Yeah,
and they
talk about the chicken, so that's the. And you are a comedian.
So and you know, Trump, if it was up to Trump, they'd have taken real bullets. If it was up to Trump. He wanted the military, the Joint Chief, this is all over the place. The Joint Chief of Staff had a horrible fight with him and Barr because he wanted the military to go to all the major cities. And they refused. They said, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, I think
Trump was furious.
Yeah, well, Trump is fighting with the generals now, so that's a good sign. I have the candle here. It's not visible this time.
Okay.
So I cleanse the cards, and who is asking whom first question?
Can I ask the first question?
Please.
Does the FBI have a file on 45 proving his treasonous actions with Russia and Saudi Arabia? If so, will it get leaked and expose 45?
So you mean if
like he's in deep with Russia, basically, will that all come out? I'm pretty sure it will, but just it's good to double check.
We can call him Bunker Boy is in cahoots. 3 cards. Oh, can you count to 3?
1, 2, 3.
They are holding this in some tower. So it's symbol of protecting. I see a symbol of a castle in Europe where they hold most of the time they will hold the prisoners in the basement of that towers. It's just symbol for me. So they are holding this as a prisoner. So that way they are controlling Trump, what Trump can do to Barr.
Yes, you've been saying that. You've been saying that. I've been seeing that. They got him over the coals.
The card that I pulled, King of Swords, yes, they have a lot of information about him. They did wonderful job. They were researching and researching. Everything is in the books. So,
yes.
But you see, his hands are tied. Yes. Eventually, we will learn what's going on, and we will everything will come to the surface.
You know what I saw maybe 2 years ago, and I'll just repeat it real quick. I saw that when he loses, or as he's losing, Putin will turn on Trump and say, he was a pain in the butt. He was begging me for this. I helped him with this money. I helped him with this. And you know, he does these things. I almost see everything coming out. And because Putin's going to try to act like a big shot with us, saying, oh, yeah, you know, he was just this pain and he begged me this and begged me that. That's what I'm seeing.
The vision that I had when they were talking about the P tapes, I was checking that and I thought, what is really? The P tapes are not as damaging because we have seen the video. So, the Russians were showing the video. You remember that song?
Right, right.
So I thought, it's not about that. They have Trump on a video saying that he will be a traitor.
Ooh, I love it.
Otherwise, it's nothing as important. He knows that he was grabbing and fine.
He didn't care. Yeah.
He didn't care. So the thing that he is really afraid that he was selling his country for the
Yes.
For the profit.
Right, right.
And they make him to think about being a president since 1980s.
Okay. Yes, that's true. I heard that. Yes.
I remember Ivana once said, the journalist asked her, is that true that your husband wants to be a president? And she said, not yet, he's not ready.
So she knew.
She knew, and they were traveling to Moscow. They had a very VIP meetings with people that time, 1980s, before they were divorced.
Right, right. Interesting. You know, she was this close to working for Trump while he was president.
Oh,
somebody stopped it.
To be ambassador of Czechoslovakia.
Yes.
She knows language, she knows the culture.
Right.
And she is a cookie, smart cookie.
Yes. But she didn't end up with it. I wonder if Melania said no.
Well, we can ask. Is that the question?
Sure. You want me to ask?
Sure.
Tell me about his first wife. Because they were talking about her maybe taking a cabinet or something. The thing is, she keeps her mouth shut. That's what he likes about her.
She knows, but it's like, oh gosh. I have to tell you the story first, what that means.
Okay.
After the war, the people were, Russians were coming to Poland and selling watches. Because in Russia, you can buy Bulava watches.
Okay.
They will be coming to the flea markets, and they will be, walking in the outfit. But when you were coming close to them, he will check you first if you are looking at someone suspicious or not, and he will do this. Do you want a watch?
Oh my gosh.
And it was a joke. How do you know that it's a Russian? Because he will have few watches on his hand.
Yeah. So listen, check out what my card says.
Tracy is choking, but that's true, it is. That was that, and I saw this. Okay, she has a lot secrets.
She does. She does.
She
but the reason
buying children's freedom with the secrets.
Yes.
So she was.
Let me tell you something.
You want to trade? That would be her attitude.
My cards say that the reason he didn't put her on the cabinet was because of a child. So a child might have told Donald, don't give mom a position. So, I mean, I think the children love her, but I think she's bossy or something, and they're feeling there would be trouble. It's not Melania that said no, it's one of the children.
I think Ivana knows Trump so well, she didn't want it.
Oh, okay. Says it's the children are part of her focus, so she's protecting the children by not opening her mouth.
Not yet, but I think one day she might say, do you want to trade?
Well, she's going to make tons of money when she gives the real scoop. She writes the new book.
But she is about money. She is about money. So
that's why her and Trump got along so well.
Melania has nothing to say in his life. If he would like to put Ivana, he will put her. It was the Ivana's side. Yeah, I know you, honey, too well.
Right, right.
So it is, yeah.
Okay, so next question.
For you. what you are thinking about the demonstration and virus. People are spreading more virus because of the demonstrations.
Yeah, yes, it's spreading again. It's spreading again. I feel that it's only spreading in certain areas, which is interesting. And I feel like they'll grasp it a little faster than they did before. And don't forget, we're getting ready to have the vaccine. Oxford has one that's supposed to be coming out in the next couple of months. I read on that in my last video, but it does say it does have some side effects. So you either wait for the first batch or you wait for the new batch, but there is a vaccine coming out. But the virus is definitely, and because the virus is going to rear its ugly head up again, you know, the economy is going to struggle again.
Yeah, and I had the feeling, I said that long time ago, that it will be at the beginning of the next year that they will be really disposing the vaccine. But that's my, you know, until something happened, we can say the 100% we are so sure. We have to be patient and we have to let the time to go through.
Right.
Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay,
I
so
like questions better.
are we going to get a second stimulus package at all?
Oh, Tracy just asked me, I posted video today.
Oh.
And I said they are holding this. It's like, it's water coming. So it's coming, but he is holding. It's like a dam. Holding before it will start leaking and doing this. So
it's almost like he has no choice.
Yeah, and I just answered that one yesterday because we were recording yesterday and posting today. So I can't really go back for the same question. What?
Is there a second stimulus check coming?
Yeah, that's the second.
Yeah, the second. But it's almost like they have no choice. It's going to get rough again, and then they're going to have to come up with something.
I said that Trump wants this to be again signed by him and making himself as a big star.
Big mucky muck. Okay, ask me a question.
Okay, glasses. Sia Moniz, what is going on with Supreme Court decision on Trump taxes?
Oh,
that's a big one.
And that's any day now, right? We should hear any day now.
It was supposed to be at I thought beginning of the month because they started talking about this. So
well, they've got other things. They got DACA, and I think DACA is going to be voted in favor of. But tell me about Trump's taxes. I always kind of felt, was there a couple of items coming up on Trump's taxes or just one? Because I feel like it feels like they're saying yes to part of it and another part of it they're saying no. So maybe New York gets a full, yeah, go ahead and go with it. And maybe they tell Congress, no, you're going to have to word it this way. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something's coming up that's a positive and negative.
Okay, it's coming to me right now, something, I forgot all about it, you know, because there is so many information. You remember there was some debate, they were holding some closures in a building that no one could come in when Mueller was investigating some bank. Did you?
I remember that, yes.
But did you ever heard about that story?
No, but they talked about nobody could go in.
Yes, and we never knew what it was involved. We knew that it has to be related to Trump.
Right.
But there was no leakage, nothing more. And that
they were saying Mueller didn't have opportunity to check into his finances.
But Mueller was giving that company such a penalty for so long,
yeah,
and then it dies completely. We don't know anything about that. Maybe some of our viewers will send us information.
Well, let me tell you, all this is coming out. Deutsche Bank is going to go down hard. Deutsche Bank is getting in big trouble.
Oh,
big trouble. So I wanted to ask you, the judge that, and I asked my friend Jin Lin, the judge that was working over the Flynn case, remember he was supposed to come up with an answer within 10 days?
Judge Sullivan.
Yes. Is that still ongoing? Is there a problem with that? Are they going to turn to the judge and say, you've got no right?
I don't know. I saw a Judge Sullivan in my answer once as a spider who is making a web and waiting. You know, spiders are patient. They are making the web, they build the resources, and they are waiting. So I think Judge Sullivan is still on the waiting position, but that's what I have seen. So the question is, what was?
Is this still going forward? Will he hit Flynn hard?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I like that. Okay. First, I saw sword pull it out of the, how do you call this? When you have sword?
Sheath? The sheath?
Yes. So the sword is symbol of fight. Then there is a like musketeer hat. The 3 musketeers, the famous Dimas story about the guys who are fighting for what is right. But the last part of the picture is that the hat is changing into taking into a flame. The smoke is coming out of the hat. So I think eventually everything will be coming. They are negotiating how much they can say to the country about the, you know, it is all about the security of the country. They don't want to blow up everything.
Exactly.
They want to rejuvenate, they want to know more, because Flynn was double agent.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And if he was working for Trump, he was the one who asked Trump to nominate Pompeo to be Secretary of State.
Which he's an evil man. Oh my God. I'll be looking forward to his exit stage left.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I never thought that the politics can be so interesting.
Well, when Biden is the new president, we're going to get so much information. It'll be so interesting.
Oh, talking about, I didn't see the whole video with Flynn and you because I was busy today, and I saw just the first question that who was asking whom about if Obama will be the next in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
And I thought, well, I want to know too.
Yeah.
I closed my eyes and I saw a crocodile mouth. How do you call it? The szczęka? Snout. Crocodile is so patient with making decision. But when it's making decision, it's right away.
Yeah.
And once I was observing in the zoo crocodile, and I thought, that must be a fake crocodile because I'm here for quite a while and he didn't blink, he didn't do anything, he didn't move, no muscle, nothing. So if Obama will be ready, it will be really late in his life.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I thought maybe he'd take it on later, but not now. And then I also felt maybe that guy that he first wanted will come in.
Oh yeah, that was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is asking whom?
Now I forgot. Ask Tracy.
She was working on something else.
Can I ask you how the fire season's going to be for the state of California?
Okay, yes. Count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
It will start somewhere where is a mountain. This one came too. It will start somewhere where there is a mountain. So I see the mountain being really badly burned. Like the whole mountain is completely destroyed. Yes, there will be, someone will be
Starting fires.
Yes.
I knew that. I felt that.
There are some crazy people. You will be protected. You will feel that your place is protected, but there will be a lot of worries, a lot of damage, and people will try to leave some places and go somewhere else.
Okay.
So there will be some evacuations and so on.
Last year, they turned my power off so much.
I know you wrote eventually.
I've gone through so many fires, and I just moved in this place. I just moved. And within 1 month, we got the Armageddon fires, and it's really hard.
One time I was talking with you and you said, I just was evacuated 2 days ago. So you were moving out and
right.
Back.
And then no power too. PG&E shuts it off just in case.
Yeah, because that was the cause of the power.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so now it's my.
So now ask me.
Okay. Oh, how much, that was Iris Marion, how much has he stolen from USA since since he took the office? Not my question.
You know the guy that was with Clinton, he's kind of a hillbilly looking guy, he's bald. And he talks about that guy that's Trump's new political campaign guy who has all these fancy cars and
oh yes, I know.
He says, I'll tell you what's going on in the White House right now. They're taking buckets of money and heading back. They're just stealing us left and right. He's taken so many. He's gotten kickbacks for the people that he gave them. You know, somebody here can have their own prison. Somebody here can do this. Somebody here can do that. He's gotten kickbacks galore. That's why they're so desperate for him not to lose, because this is going to be Armageddon.
There was a guy who was organizing Trump's ceremony. Looks like Obama, you know, that he was the only friend that was talking about Trump on his inauguration.
Oh.
You remember that? But he was stealing so much money that the money was coming from the wrong people, from that lady from China.
I think I know who you're telling me about. Yeah.
It sounds like something like Baroque.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Baroque or whatever. People will tell us.
And also, we never heard about the inauguration money. We're going to find out more. Somebody shut it down.
They want us to be, and there is so much, it's impossible to know the story. We are forgetting. And I can understand. I'm not the young girl anymore.
But these young people, these Trumpsters, they're interviewing them and they're saying, well, you know, he doesn't take a salary. He gives, oh yeah, he doesn't take a salary. He's shoveling money and he's making money on his hotels. His hotels were flopping by making the United States of America pay for the Secret Service and pay to stay there.
Mm-hmm. Tracy was telling me today that my youngest son, she cooked something he didn't want to first, and then she cooked just for herself, and then he said, look over there. So she looked at the window and he stole the pierogies for himself. The same is with Trump. He is doing exactly the same thing. Poor girl. She
didn't get her pierogies.
He wanted mommy's pierogi, and she knows how to do it, my pierogi, but eventually he was happy with
Okay, so I want to ask you a question. Am I going to ask you a question, or you're going to ask me?
Okay. Your turn.
My turn. Okay. Will Biden's new administration strengthen and preserve Social Security?
What security?
Social Security.
3 cards. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so I have 2 over here. I see the lungs, X-ray of the lungs. So there will be ability to breathe for people. I don't know how much he will do it because there will be so much money going for the medical fields. And the country is so much in debt.
Oh yeah, but see, and part of the reason Social Security is having trouble is the United States kept dipping in the money and not paying it back.
They will be giving, but it will be like a poor guy giving you, someone who is begging, giving you money. You
I
know?
think the whole monetary system was good. I think it'll be like Andrew Yang talked about.
Look at this. People will be crying. They will be disappointed so many times. Eventually, yes, it will come back. They will start, but it will take a while. They will have to pull both parties to work together.
Right. And they might even tell the people who are busy working and think they're going to retire at 67, now you got to wait till you're 68 or 69. That would upset people.
Well, they did that in my country, in Poland. They make
They did?
Yeah, because they needed to build up the security, outpatient pension.
Yeah. The problem is that my father was a retired firefighter, and the city borrowed money out of the pension of the firefighters and then cut them short. And so they need to make sure when monies go into a certain thing, they leave it there. That's the problem that's what Trump's doing now. He's pulling money out of things. And then they have no money.
I have the saying, the knife is opening in my pocket itself.
Yeah. So do you have another question for me, or
oh yes,
how are we doing on time?
We have.
Ask one. You'll be able to ask one more question.
I will be allowed to. Okay. Oh, that was already answered. Is Putin happy with Trump?
No.
No,
Remember, Trump came in and said no sanctions, and he just became president. He said no sanctions, and it was a Republican Congress and Congress and Senate, and they went running back saying he just said no sanctions, and they voted against him.
That was the first. Actually, right away, they were still united. They were still having a brain in the head. After that, he was controlling everyone.
And also, they had a lot of those guys go out to Moscow for July 4th, where they were all given checks, I'm sure. Yeah, a whole bunch of senators went to Moscow and visited with Putin on the 4th of July. I think it was last year.
John Kennedy, yes? That was the old guy that looks like an old, old lady.
It was a bunch of them. It was a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Putin is definitely, yeah. I'm telling you, he's going to throw Trump under the bus. You know, I said this back when I first started reading, and I'll have to find the video, but I remember clear as day he thinks Trump is an idiot. And he's playing him, and he's not happy with everything. And he's like, Trump is listening to him, but Trump can only go so far. Like, you can't put military in cities. Because I think that was Putin saying, you need to show them who's boss.
Oh boy, it's not good. Well, he's thinking from this point of view that he has absolute power over there.
Right. Now, listen, I got to ask you real quick. Did you read on Lindsey Graham and all this scandal that's coming up? Did you see him?
Not yet. Nothing yet. Do you want me to answer?
Well, if you don't have enough time, we can catch that next time.
Yeah. Well, she said we can try it.
Oh, okay. Lindsey Graham. There's a scandal that he has these basically, you know, call men. He has them sign an NDE that they won't release any information. But the people that are the men that are with him in sort of like a call girl guy situation are mad because he's voting against a lot of gay rights.
But
and
is he a gay?
Yes, he's gay.
So why would he?
Everybody knows that. And here's the other thing I just found out. from the guy that got kicked out of, or he left Congress because there was a picture of him and it was a fake picture and he left. He used to be a comedian. He was on a podcast and he said everybody knew that that he was he stole. He loves to steal. Lindsey Graham loves to steal.
So he's kleptomaniac.
He's a kleptomaniac. So I just want to know his reputation is getting ready to pretty much crash and burn.
3 cards. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It looks like they will have to do some research in his home because he has a Christmas tree. I see a Christmas tree decorated with different shoes. And shoes are for footprints.
Oh.
So, you know, kleptomaniacs usually are holding to the treasure that they steal.
Okay.
It is the emotional explosion of just got bad that moment because they like that drama.
Yes, yes.
They were from very good parents who were holding them really hard, but once in a while that child feels that they have to steal.
Okay.
We had one really nice lady and she was having problem. And I said, I know you have a problem. Can I help you? And she said, you know my problem. I said, I think I know, but I can't say it. And she left.
Oh, she didn't want you to know or tell her.
No, but I just gave her that. And I usually don't ever attack anyone.
No.
Yes, he wanted to be the shiny boy of his parents. Behind the parents, he was a bad boy, and they actually knew about that. They had problem with him, and they wanted him to get out of the family. He was like a bad ship in the family. So he became big politician.
But he's still underhanded, you know?
It would be nice to find that Christmas decor, you know, like some people who are killing just because they want to kill, so they keep the trophy.
Right, right.
And every victim.
And you know, him being gay is no big deal. It's the fact that he has to lie about it. And mostly a lot, like that one guy that got kicked out for trying to pick up a guy in the bathroom. Married, so anti-gay, voted against.
Oh yeah, I remember. And poor wife, I felt so sorry for her.
You know, that it's just a shame that you would turn on other people and then do the same thing yourself. So
thank you so
thank you, girlfriend. That was fun.
Wonderful. I always have fun when I'm chatting.
I have fun too. Now, what's the weather like out there?
Today is nice. Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah, it's about 90s here.
90s. It's 19, probably in Red Deer. For us, it's hot.
Okay. It could be 60 and it's hot.
We are so happy when we have a sun. And we have usually a nice sun sky, so that's
yeah. All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye, sweetie. We'll talk again.
Enjoy yourself, and Tracy will.
Oh, listen, let's hope for some hot news coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, he will be telling us about how to be a good to other color skin people.
Yes, or the Supreme Court might come back with a fantastic decision.
I'm waiting and waiting on the needles.
Might be by Friday. Okay, babe, take care.
You
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.